Hi guys, welcome back to our channel. So today I'm doing this cranberry mauve tone look. So if you want to see how to get this look, then just keep watching. So to start, I am priming my skin with the Tatcha Luminous Dewy Skin Mist. It's really important to prime your skin and get it all set and ready for foundation and concealer and everything else. And then next I am priming my eyelids with the Too Faced Born This Way concealer. I like to use the concealer because it hides all of my veins and my redness and my freckles on my eyelids. So you have a nice canvas to work with for eyeshadow later. So after that's all rubbed in, I just take any translucent powder that I have in front of me. Today I'm using the RCMA No Color Powder. And I just like to set the concealer down so it doesn't crease and so it, again, is easier to blend later on. It's nice to have a nice canvas down for that. So first I'm going in with the Too Faced Sweet Peach palette. Oh, it smells amazing. As you can see, I'm smelling it. It literally smells like peaches. It is amazing. So I'm just going in with that light skin tone shade. It's called Georgia, I believe. I'll have it linked. And I'm just running that through my crease and windshield wiper motions. I just like to put a skin tone color down first. Again, like the same reason for the translucent powder, it just makes it easier for blending later. Blending is very important when it comes to a makeup look, so blending is very important. So next I'm dipping into this Morphe Kathleen Lights palette, and I'm taking this light mauve shade that I pointed to. And I'm just taking this on my MAC 217 and I'm running this directly in the crease. I'm being somewhat messy with this because I'm just going to fix it later on anyway when I take the lid color. So again, just running it through my crease, windshield wiper motions. Taking the 350 Morphe palette and dipping into that very shimmery shade. I'm just taking it on my finger because I feel that you don't really get a good application with a brush when it comes to shimmers, especially Morphe's shimmers because they're super pigmented, and I feel like you just get the best application again with your fingers. So that's why I went in with that. Again, going back into this Morphe Kathleen Lights palette, I'm taking this very light warm brown color and just running it through the crease over top of that that mauve shade that I did earlier, just to blend the lid and the transition shade just so it has a nice gradient and there's no harsh lines. And then I dipped into that deeper cranberry shade and I'm just focusing it on the outer V, as you can see, strictly on the outer V. And then I'm going in with a very, very light hand and I'm slightly dragging it into the crease. I don't have much pressure on my hand or my brush at all when I'm going into the crease with this cranberry shade because I strictly want it to be on the outer V. Next, I am taking, oh, Jillian in the background, we just realized that you could see her. Taking my Kat Von D tattoo liner in the shade Trooper. It's just her black shade, and I'm just not doing a wing or anything crazy today. Just a little tiny bit of liner. Better Than Sex mascara by Too Faced. I love it. As you can see, I'm kissing it. The best mascara I've ever used. This shot's not very good, so I apologize for that. But I'm actually right now using a different one. I'm using the Tarte Lash Paint Mascara. I like to go in with those two for my eyes. Alright, so the eyes are done for now, and then I'm taking the Urban Decay All Nighter foundation. I just put it on my damp beauty blender, and I'm obviously bouncing it into my face. And then now I'm taking the Radiant Creamy Concealer from NARS. This is in the shade Vanilla. I really, really love this concealer. I stopped using it for a bit, but I just rediscovered it again, and I'm obsessed. So those two little white dots I put down are the Tarte Shape Tape. The shade I have is super, super light for my skin tone, so that's why I mix it with the NARS one. And I also just put a little tiny bit of the Tarte one because it is super, super full coverage that those two little dots go very long wrong way. So again, taking that same damp beauty blender and just dabbing it into my under eye. You never want to drag it or swipe it underneath of your eyes because that defeats the purpose of concealer. That will just take the makeup away. So yeah, always make sure you dab and not swipe when it comes to the beauty blender. So next I'm taking again that same RCMA No Color powder. I put it in the lid of my Laura Mercier powder lid because the packaging on the RCMA is like a pain in the neck to get the powder out of, so I just dumped it in that. I'm just putting that translucent powder wherever I put concealer, baking my under eyes as well. Next, I am taking the L'Oreal True Match foundation powder and I'm just wiping away the translucent powder and the bakage under my eyes, and then I'm also just bringing a little tiny bit of color back to my face since the no color powder is dark white. Okay, let's go ahead and finish the eyes. I am taking this flat Morphe brush and I'm dipping into that mauve shade again. I'm just running it along my lower lash line. I'm just going to go ahead and do the exact same thing on the other side. And then I go into the mauve and the cranberry shade together on a different Morphe brush. And again, I'm just smoking it out and bringing it up a little tiny bit, like kind of making a cat eye effect. As you can see, it's like a little cat eye effect there. So I'm taking my Scandal Eyes Rimmel Waterproof Kohl Liner, and this is in the shade Nude. I always like to put a nude liner in my waterline just because it brightens the eyes and it makes you look more awake. In my inner corners, I'm taking MAC Nylon. This is my favorite eyeshadow of all time. It is the best, most pigmented eyeshadow I've ever used in my entire life. I hit pan like the first month I used it. I'm obsessed with it. So yeah, I'm just putting that in my inner corners and under my brow bone. I like to highlight my brow bone with that as well. Next, I'm taking my Anastasia Beverly Hills Brow Definer. This is in the shade Auburn. And I like to start by drawing out the brow first. Kind of mapping out where I'm going to fill it in later with the pomade that I use. So as you can see, I'm just connecting it and leaving it like that because I'm going to go ahead and fill it in later with a different product. Again, doing the same on the other side. I like to start with the bottom of my brow and map it out. So again, just mapping out where I need to get it, and then I'm taking the Anastasia Dip Brow Pomade. This is in the shade Caramel. And I'm just taking a little Luxie small angled brush. It's my favorite eyebrow brush to use for the pomade. And I just like to fill in the little eyebrows, my little non-existent eyebrows. Without this stuff, I would be in trouble. That is for sure. And then I forgot to show it on camera, but after I do this, I like to take the Sonia Kashuk Clear Brow Gel, my favorite brow gel of all time, and just use that in my brows. So next I'm taking Benefit's Hoola Bronzer. This is in the Cheekathon palette that they came out with a few months back, but it's just their Hoola Bronzer, their original Hoola Bronzer. So I'm contouring with that. It's more of a cool tone bronzer for my skin tone. So after this, you'll see me go in with a bronzer to kind of warm up the look a little bit. I like more of a warm look when it comes to bronzer and contour. Yes, girl, get that double chin. So here I am with the Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer. My favorite butter bronzer, or bronzer of all time, not even butter bronzer. But yeah, I'm just putting this over the contour, on the forehead, pretty much wherever the sun would naturally hit your face. The double chin again, yes girl, get it. So After that, I'm taking the Cindy Luminizer blush by the Balm, one of my favorites. It's like a nice mauve pinky peach blush. I'm obsessed with it. It has a little tiny bit of a sheen. It looks like there's a little bit of glitter in it, but on the face it just has such a natural sheen. It's beautiful. And this, Santa Claus was good to me. He brought me this Tarte Pro Glow highlight palette. I'm obsessed with it. It has 4 highlighters and 2 bronzers, or contour shades, I guess. 1 cream and 1 powder. Oh, I'm obsessed. I'm taking the shades Strobe and Stunner, mixing them together and putting them on the high points of my cheekbones. And I like a super intense highlight. So I'm taking a little bit of the MAC Fix Plus and spraying this all over my face, really focusing on like the high points of my cheeks as well. Wetting your face and wetting a product before you put it on is really going to intensify it and really make it stand out and blind people. So I love the effect it gives, the MAC Fix Plus. It's like the best stuff ever. So again, just putting it on the high points of my cheekbones. I put it on my nose. I put it on my Cupid's bow. Obsessed. And sorry that the lighting keeps changing. I was having some issues with the camera, but right now I'm just baking underneath of my contour. Jillian's still there. Just baking underneath of my contour just so it doesn't look muddy and just so it's super precise and very, not messy looking. So now I'm taking my lip liner Socialite. This is from the brand Lorac. My favorite lip liner of all time. It's a super pinky nude. It looks great under any lipstick. And then I am putting on my Velvet Teddy MAC lipstick, my favorite lipstick, one of my favorites. Now I'm just wiping away the translucent powder that I used underneath of my contour to bake it a little bit. You always want to swipe downwards with this. You never want to swipe upwards towards the contour. That just defeats the purpose. Now I'm just setting my face with the Urban Decay All Nighter and the Tatcha Luminous Dewy Skin Mist.
That, you guys, concludes this Cranberry-Mauve Everyday Soft Glam. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Make sure you like, subscribe, and we'll see you on the next one.